All right, so today we're going to do something a little different. We're not just going to look at a to-do list, we're going to tear one down to its nuts and bolts. We're going to explore how a simple concept gets transformed into a full-blown modern web app that multiple people can use. We'll see how a powerful stack of tools can build something that isn't just functional, but actually really good. Okay, let's get into it.
But first, a question for you. Think about that to-do list on your phone or your computer. I mean, really, does looking at it make you feel calm and in control? Or is it just this endless, scrolling list of anxiety about all the stuff you haven't done yet? The whole point of these things is to bring order to chaos, but so often they just feel like more digital noise.
And that right there, that gets us to the real point of all this. The fundamental promise of any great productivity tool isn't just about checking boxes. It's about delivering a feeling of genuine control over your life. It's about taking all that mental clutter and turning it into pure clarity.
So this right here is the mission statement, the North Star for any great to-do app. But let's be real, efficiently and securely can sound like a bunch of marketing fluff, right? So how do you actually make that happen? Well, it all comes down to the tech you choose. In this case, we're talking about a killer combo. Next.js on the front end, a Python Fast API backend, and Neon serverless PostgreSQL for the database. Let's see how they pull it off. When you really break it down, it all comes down to three things, three absolute must-haves. First, it has to be secure, because you're trusting it with your private thoughts and plans. Second, it's got to be fast, because nobody has time to wait for a loading bar. And third, it needs to be responsive, so it works perfectly wherever you are. We're going to dig into how the tech makes each one of these a reality. Okay, first up, security. This is a big one. It doesn't matter if you're listing groceries or mapping out a business plan, that data is yours. And to trust an app, you have to know that data is safe. You need to know your stuff is in a digital Fort Knox, not some leaky bucket, you know?
You hear this term all the time, right? Enterprise-grade security. Sounds super impressive, but what does it actually mean when a developer has to build it? It means that they're using really robust tools, like the Better Off framework in this app, to make sure the security is top-notch, good enough for even a huge company to trust.
So how do they actually pull this off? Well, a couple of key things. First, JWT authentication. That stands for JSON Web Token. The easiest way to think about it is like a super secure digital key card for your account. When you log in, the server gives you one, and you show it every time you do something to prove it's really you. And second, encrypted data. This just means all your tasks sitting in that Neon PostgreSQL database are basically scrambled into unreadable code. Only you have the key to unscramble them.
All right, pillar number 2, speed. And let's be honest, there is nothing more frustrating than a slow, laggy app. It just kills your whole vibe, right? You get an idea, you want to jot it down now, not in 5 seconds after a loading spinner finishes its little dance.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling of tapping an icon and just watching that little wheel spin. It completely pulls you out of what you were doing. What you want is the total opposite, flow, where the tool is so fast, so seamless, it feels like it's just a part of your brain.
And this phrase right here nails it. Instant task updates and seamless navigation, that's not just fancy talk. It's a direct result of the technology they picked. That super responsive Next.js front end talking to a lightning-fast Python Fast API backend, that's the magic combo that gives you those instant updates and makes navigating the app feel so smooth. Okay, last but definitely not least, our third pillar, being responsive. Because let's face it, we don't live on just one screen anymore. Our work, our lives, it's all over the place. A modern app has to keep up with us, wherever we are, on whatever device we're using.
I mean, just think about a typical day, right? You might add a task on your work computer. Then later, you're on the couch with your tablet planning out tomorrow. And then you're out and about checking something off on your phone. The app has to feel right on all of them.
And that's the whole idea. One experience, no matter the device. It's not just that it works. It's that the front end, built with Next.js, is designed from the ground up to give you that one consistent feel. You're not fighting the app just because you switched from your laptop to your phone.
So what's the secret sauce here? It's something called adaptive layouts. Basically, the app is smart enough to automatically rearrange itself to perfectly fit whatever screen it's on. All the buttons are easy to tap, the text is easy to read, you're never doing that awkward pinch and zoom thing just to use it. So when you put all those pieces together, you've got the trust that comes from top-notch security, the creative flow you get from a really fast app, and the freedom of a design that works anywhere. You end up with something that's more than just a list, right? It's a tool that genuinely helps you focus on what actually matters. You know, getting things done.
And that really brings us to the final big question you should ask yourself. Take a look at the tools you use every single day. Are they truly secure? Are they fast? Do they work everywhere? Do they make your life easier, or are they just another chore you have to manage?